There's the sun and the moon when the sky's looking blue. Light is catching your eye like it's meant to.
Hello, welcome to my channel for Evolved Humans. I'm Ms. Day. So, right when I was getting ready to do this reading, I heard be slow to anger. Like, I don't know who needs to hear that. It's like, I think that some of you are feeling really like up and down emotionally, maybe like moody is a good word for some of you. I think a lot of you are super in tune with high levels. Okay, so this is something crazy. When we're feeling awakened, I think that some of you are experiencing almost like a rapid up and down cycling physically and emotionally, and it's almost like it feels like hormonal. I think some of you are hot flashing with it. Some of you, it might be around your kids. It might be around certain coworkers. And this is because of a couple of different reasons. Like with the kids, I feel like, kids can be tricky, right? Like to be around. So it's like, I feel like, sure, they can push your buttons, but there's also this like overwhelming feeling in there that I feel like some of you are getting. Okay, and this might be because of a huge shift that you're getting ready for, because another thing when I was hearing this like be slow to anger thing, I mean, it was pretty solid. It's like whoever I'm talking to right in this reading, like something that's coming, and for some reason others around you don't see it coming. Like, I don't know what this is, because it's like something inside of you is almost like like gathering resources, maybe like making practical alignments. Almost like, it's so weird. It's like I keep getting this feeling of like I'm holding my breath, like I'm just not going there, like not addressing something with someone. And I almost feel like there's this strategic planning for some of you in it. And this might not be for like I think for some of you it feels like something you have to keep kind of like, you have to protect your future plans. But I think that you have an inner knowing of this big shift is coming. You may already be in it, but it's like, if you haven't, like this is like an upheaval, it's coming. Crazy. And it feels like your own awareness is kind of the momentum behind it. So I don't feel like this is a fear moment. And it's like, also, this feels like it's all for love, all for positive. It feels like it's all for love, and it's all for like the good, like fighting forward. It feels like such a dutiful thing. Like whoever this reading is for, whoever you are, you know that in order to be free in some area, an aspect of your life, or to free others, you have to make this upheaval moment happen. And I feel like everything that you're doing is kind of aligning for that now. And if you're not doing it already, I think you're about to be. It's like I keep feeling like someone is like kind of behind the scenes, like adding things up, maybe like making plans, or like new goals are being set. And it feels personal. It feels like, okay, this is a huge shift. and I know it, and this is an alone plan. Like you're making a plan. Some of you, I think this already happened. And I think you've been experiencing the rocky aftermath of it. It's like an aftershock type of thing. Whew. Yeah, and then I feel like that's where I feel like there's some kids type of stuff, where there's some people that, I think a lot of the people that are getting in this reading, that like if you're drawn to this, I think you have experienced the emotional ups and downs in front of your kids or kids you care for, and you don't want other people to be seeing that side of you. Like you don't want to be out of control, and you certainly don't want to be exposed with it. And it's like you don't like having to readjust in front of people. So going forward, huge. It's like freedom in a different way. It's like freedom, but like I keep picturing, there's like, I don't know where I saw this. I have no idea. But it's like, I think I may have seen it online in multiple places or something, or maybe in a magazine. I don't know. Like a long time ago. But I just keep seeing like this picture that I've somewhere on the internet of Nicole Kidman, like after she was divorced from Tom Cruise or something. And this does not have to be like a divorce or something like that. But this is like someone is going to be, I think you might, this is so cool. Because at first I thought, oh, this is a lot about family relationship. And I think that it could very well be a professional type of thing too. Where some of you are kind of strategically planning like, okay, well that's a con and that's a pro over here. So I think that's less reason to stay and more reason to go. And I think that some of you are feeling like really empowered in that. And so going forward, some of you I think are planning to leave a job or leave some sort of like surroundings. And if you don't see that being possible, open your view. Like, because I feel like it's almost like you're getting this nudge that something better is along the horizon. And it's like, this is a hard yes. Like, this is something where like going forward, let yourself get excited. Don't hold back. Like, don't hold back in your excitement going forward, because it's almost like you're getting everything aligned to be able to run, and then you're going to run and everything's just going to land right where it belongs. And this is going to feel like freedom to you. Like, you know that feeling you get when you get to move out of your home for the first time? Like, maybe not everybody, but the people, those of us who were like ready. It's like, that's what this feeling is. Going forward, it's almost like a cry happy, where it's like overwhelmingly excited, and it's like this free, the wind is blowing through my hair, like here I go, like it makes me picture the movie Brave, where she's like just riding on the horse and the wind is blowing all over the place and she's just a mess, but she's so happy and free and wild. I feel like I'm talking to people who are maybe even closet like free spirits, where you like have this upheld image of yourself, maybe professionally or even in your family circle, where you're like, oh yeah, I can converse with them. Sure, I'm absolutely aware of what's going on in the world. And then you go home and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to clear the energy. And it's like you're so much more free in such a wild way. Isn't that funny? It's like whenever people picture people who are open-minded to like this spirituality stuff, they picture them being like, and I feel like it's so much. It's like embracing all of the chaos and experiencing all of the chaos and then finding your calm inside of it, instead of just walking through life pretending there is no chaos. Like, it's constant chaos. And so going forward, I feel like you're almost getting ahead, neat, right before this reading started. I was thinking about this weird moment that I had in life where I was like, I like spinning. Like, I like going fast and feeling like there's too much going on all at once in my own head because I'm excited and my heart's going fast. That's fun. Like, that's excitement. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, a lot of you, you might see it as a fault or like as a flaw. That's what it is, like as a flaw for you to go like way too fast and cycle way quicker than other people are comfortable with. Maybe like they say that's some sort of personality type of problem or whatever. And it's like, I feel like a huge part of this reading is like, embrace that speed behind the scenes. And then when you come out, it's like you're going to step so largely ahead that you're going to be like, it's just so big. It's like such a large, there I am. And then what all of those people that are surrounding you maybe still or were, what all of those people saw of you or thought of your new, your new vibe, it's like, it won't even matter. Like, the outcome here is that you're not even going to care what some of these people that you're so held up in, like, think. You're not going to care what they think of your own life choices and like your own steps going forward. It's very empowering. This reading feels like very like you have all of the power in your hands. You know it. And it's almost like you discovered it and you've had this in your pocket for a while now. And then you're beginning to recognize, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Maybe I really am supposed to do something. Maybe I really am meant for something bigger. That is something crazy wild. I was thinking of that earlier today. I am so glad it's coming in because it feels so real. So many of you in here, it's like you diminish how significant your role is in the grand scheme of things out here. And it's like, you are literally, I am feeling so much right here. You guys, it's like you've got to speak, you've got to make yourself feel as important as all of that weight that you put in other people's like outlook. It's like, turn that around and recognize that this is not all flawed. Like, it's perfect math. It adds up all perfectly to now. And it's like, if that's true, then going forward, that's a mathematical thing too. You can literally calculate your steps going forward, and you can get ahead of that like fast cycling that I do think some of you feel in here. And it's like, don't get scared. You're not going to topple over. You're not going to topple over and fall down the mountain. Like, you're going to make it if you just trust in your speed and trust that everything about you makes sense at this moment. It doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you know. That's something too that like I feel like trusting in your own truth going forward, that feels like such a huge part of this reading where they're like, you're going to need solid footing because when you start shaking things up, when you rock the boat, you need to make sure that you're going to land. You need to make sure you're going to be able to get control of yourself so that you can come back up for air and then keep swimming. Like, whatever this is, whoever this reading is for, your foundation has got to be as big as you are capable of. It's like your capacity to love and your capacity to like understand and trust that there's more meant for everyone. Oh my gosh, take it personally. I just keep feeling like take it personally. Like there is a significant reason that you have this idea that something is lingering in the future. It is, and it's going to be you. And it's like, take the step. When something presents itself in front of you, like this moment where you can take a lunge or you can sit here and just wait. And I just think of that awesome quote, and I don't know who said it because I'm terrible at this name thing, but it's that a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are for. That is what this is. This is like, you may feel like it's completely nuts what you're about to do, but I'm telling you, it's like all I keep thinking about are all of the people who are like, risk, take risks, take risks. Be the tiny little percentage of people who risk everything just to say to themselves that they tried, like they went there, you know? It feels really significant. It feels really significant that there is a feeling of like, I'm back, I'm still here, I'm still in here. Like, that can come. Don't sit in stagnation. If you're feeling like there isn't going to be an outcome that like excites you the way that you were expecting in the past, it's like trust in that inner knowing that knows what's wrong for you because it also knows what's right. Get excited about that and take it personally. Oh, it's so neat. Like that, take it personally because it's yours to use. Like it's yours to call upon that. Like, what is my next move? What do I want to do? Wait a minute, is this... And you know what else? I keep wanting to say in this reading, ask for what you want. Ask for whatever you want to happen. It has to be possible. Like, it can't be literally impossible in our reality. But it's like, I keep wanting to say all throughout this reading, ever since I began it, is ask for what you want. If you want the answer to this, then ask that question. So frequently, I come into YouTube readings and it's like I keep getting reminded of what I get told all the time, which is basically, sometimes it's not about hearing the right answer, it's about asking the right question. And I feel like that's what a lot of you need to do, but get excited about it. Be like, what do I want? What results do I want? What is it that I think I do special compared to the rest of humanity? Because there is something. There is something. And there's a reason for everything. So, and you know what else? Letting that out, letting like your full experience become a part of your actual human lifetime here, that is justice occurring. That is your truth living in its rightful time. And a lot of times, like with past loved ones, their truth comes out later. It's like if you're still here and you're still not sure what it is that's going to like make you able to like accept yourself in a deeper way or find that value that other people may not acknowledge, first of all, get rid of what they think. Like, just wipe that clean. Make that your priority, is to not worry about what they're going to think. You have to find that, like, in yourself. You have to find that and validate it inside of yourself. And it's like, if you can do that here and now, also, oh my gosh, that ties in because of that rapid cycling thing. I just keep thinking, like, when I discovered all of this stuff to do with like past loved ones and sensing energy and everything, that speed is excitement. That is fun. It is the fun. It's like the crazy feeling, it's nature happening just as it's intended to. It's just like over the top exciting because it's different than what we're used to. Because we're so used to vibing in with the flow that is this visible place, which is often kind of drawn down. And it's like, because of material stuff, it's just like what we do. But it's like, when you're going forward, they're just reminding you that, like, giving yourself that teeny tiny little view of, wait a minute, what if that is there for a reason too? What if that flaw of mine is actually intended for me to use it in this way so that I can find the positive? That's the crazy thing. I just keep thinking of that too. Like, for every negative, there is a positive. For every positive, there is a negative. The same is true for you. There has to be a reason for every single thing that you do. So it's like, at any time that you think you're not changeable, your ways are not changeable, or you're not able to dodge this if you get too close to this, it can be done. Like, triggers are only triggers until you have control of them. And then it's not a trigger. Then it's an annoyance. Then it's just little. you know? But it's like you're only triggered until you have control. And it's like if your constant goal is to gain control of your own reactions and your own awareness and everything, it's like, is there really anything better? Is there anything that you can do better than just try to be a better human? No. So it's like if you can reach for the positive that you know is possibly there, just as easily as you can comfortably sit in the negative, then like, isn't it human to go either way? Like, it's not crazy. It's not like a pie in the sky thing. It's not, I don't know why that keeps coming in my head. Like, it's such a weird thing. I keep hearing that. So I don't know if that's someone that one of you says, or even like an older relative says, but it's like, this is also something. If some of you are experiencing smells lately and you don't even tie it to your own memories or your own experiences, but you're aware of your own energy senses and you feel like you can hear things and you visualize things in your own mind, you know, I feel like oftentimes we'll get a smell and it's attached to someone that we know just because it's one of the ways that they can come in. But it might be worth mentioning. Because like you might get it at a random time and it's not connected to anyone that you're talking to or thinking of. And then like you might smell it again when you're like doing laundry and then 10 minutes later this person calls or you see something with their name and you're like, It's like sometimes just making note of it is a way for them to communicate, for them to interact with you more, like the higher frequency, you know? It's like they can, in past loved ones, they can interact with you more if you're more aware that they're trying to interact with you, because then you are interacting. Your awareness is your interaction. So, okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. I feel like this is so much about like people that are super awakened and it's like you're going into your own next phase in life. And it's just so many ways that that's creative. Whether it's literal art or just your life being sculpted by you now. Very, very positive. Okay, so thank you for letting me know in the comments whenever these readings resonate with you and for emailing me and letting me know when they apply as well. That is very interesting for me on the other end of it. And it's also crazy to me how many people can apply to every reading. That is still nuts and really cool about energy because we're just like constantly connected. And then let me know if you are interested in a personal reading. If you want to email me, you can do that. Other than that, allow for notifications and subscribe to my channel if you want to see when I upload new videos. Okay, have a good night. Bye.